everyone, it's time for more Anno 1800. Well, last time I gave the palace a bit of a love. Namely, I modeled it to what it is gonna look like. It is actually, you know what, it has a bit of a weird look now, because I have one of these things, but none over here, because here I put in the Steam spa, added a bit of stuff over here instead, and you know what? I'm not half opposed to the look. Now, I have a few ideas of just things I might want to change. One of the things is push this hedge thing here out a little bit, maybe to here-ish, and have more of a garden style thing here. That's a thing that I could see myself doing. And, well, yes, there is just a little bit more in terms of beautification stuff. Like I added a few trees here, but I probably am going to add trees all along the way. We have a little bit on the inside here where I might want to do something, etc, etc. So there is potentially a little bit left to do here. It's not very squarish, isn't it? Yeah, very squarish. Maybe, oh, yeah, you know what? I might want the museum, right? I was, oh, is that, I was saying, oh, that is the members club, but no, that's museum. Ooh, I need to think about this, because what we're doing in this episode is the museum. We're going straight into another build. And if I'm gonna move something, oh, well, I just said it looks very squarish. What if I just extend here, like this bit? What if I just extend over here? That could work. I could see that being a thing, yes. I do have this road here, which is something to consider, but yeah, you know what? Why don't we just do that road, and then that road, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. So we can add a little bit extra here for some garden stuff, and then maybe actually drag it down here to have it closer to the buildings. Could work. By the way, something I didn't look at is that we are at 60 out of 60. I'm using all of the ones that I have, and we are stretching not exactly all the way. We're not getting all the way to the old town, which is fine, but we are actually stretching almost all the way everywhere else, at least like the major part of town. We're not stretching all the way over here nor down here, and that's absolutely fine, no worries. And I have added a little bit extra here as well, so we have a few more of those. There's going to be some beautification stuff going on here as well, etc, etc. So that's roughly where we are with that. But yeah, you know what? We are going to make ourselves a museum. So I have a bunch of stuff, and I am thinking, so what we have in here, let's not look at it like that. Let's click over here, this lonesome small warehouse. We check the cultural items. We can see that I have botanical, then we have music pavilion, botanical. I have some extra stuff for the botanical. That's true. 1 museum, 2 museum, 3 museum, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 legendary pieces here. I think I have more. Don't I have more? If I check all islands cultural, I don't seem to have more. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I do only have 6. That's interesting. I very much thought I had more legendary, that is. I do have some epic stuff as well. But that's fine. We can still do a proper exhibit here, and I'm thinking the exhibit is gonna stretch basically, for the most part, all of this. I don't necessarily think I want any houses here. I don't think so, no. So yeah, that is probably what we're gonna do. What I have just noticed, and I don't like it. Why the hell have I done it this way over here? And let's correct all of these little things here. So you do want to connect, obviously, but you just have, I'm having these little things where potentially, I don't know if it actually works, but where trains can sort of move past each other. Yeah, I don't know that it actually works, but it is what it is. So there we go. Now we can, as a matter of fact, just complete this, can't we? Isn't it time for that? Just have this be the thing. You come into here, and indeed all the way over to here. There we go. So that's that thing. So, yes indeed. Right. Let's gonna move on. We are gonna start by not doing the museum. We're gonna start doing this. What do we have it? Yeah, just looked weird. We are gonna start by dragging this all the way up, dragging it here, in there, and then here, all the way over to here, and then we'll see about the rest. I missed one for some reason. How did I miss one? There we go. And then we're gonna try to locate a... Go. There we go. One of those things. Let's get the angle correct. That way. I want the little struts, or whatever they are, to be angled the correct way. You now need to be a straight one, as do all of you. Bloody hell. Go, and there we go. Lovely. So we're closing that off, so to speak.
Ship under attack.
Is that over here? I do believe that's over here. Fine, fair enough. That's that. We don't need to do anything down here. But I'm thinking, do we just delineate this entirely immediately? Because I think we do, which is to say we're doing this, we're doing this. I know it's like it comes up straight to the fence, but that's also kind of fun because people actually do walk here, which I'm okay with. In some cases, maybe I should add some openings just to allow people to move a little bit differently. So you know what? I said I was gonna change this around a bit, and I will immediately now. So grab you up to here, because then are you a radio tower? That's true. Yeah, you know what? Let's just have you actually circle that, like why not? But then we're gonna add that, so that'll be the delineation there. Now this guy will then come and live here instead, and this will come out here. So there we go. There's the basics, if you know, or if you would. We are gonna prep this place by simply removing all of the trees, etc., etc. There we go. Lovely. Can I remove these as well? Is that just part of the... That's just grass, etc. So there we go. And I do want the this thing to be down here instead of like up here or something. I want it sort of vaguely close to the palace. In some ways, thinking about it from a layout perspective, it would be nice to have a road sort of connecting from here to here, because now to get to the museum, you kind of need to go... If you are here, you want to get to the museum, you either have to go up here and down, or down here and around. It would be fun, I'd say. Maybe the wrong word, but I kind of want to do this before I get into the actual building, if you know what I mean. I don't see a proper way to do that, because I can't like cut through here. It would have to be down here. And I've already decided, basically, that this is how I want this to look, so... Yeah, people are just gonna have to deal with it. So, there we go. Now you... connect to another bus stop right over there. Good. No problem there. Let us begin. So, we need to start working... What's it that we have? Okay, Gabe is just gonna have to think a bit about this while I click the button. There we go. So I have the mosaic. Oh, yeah, I have mosaic. Oh, right. That's an interesting bit. I do, sadly, not have any of these. We have the entrance, which we don't need. Would I like to? No, you know what? I am okay with these being here. I might change this to something else, though, like a statue or something. What I'm thinking is, I have the mosaic paving. Should we have this as a pathway? that could be kind of cool, right? So this is, if we drag this up to say, something like this thing, do we want this to be pathing? Or should this be something else? Because I only have the 90. So I don't have that many. Like, just that little bit. Just that little bit was 10. I'm not gonna... Okay, you know what? No, I'm sorry, but that's not gonna work. We're gonna have to use that as something else. Like, we could have it in here, for example. But what I'm thinking is... Yeah, if we do it like this, we do it like this, so to speak. So there we go. Now, it is sad that I don't have it in these garden stuff. Really like that. Question, yeah, I know where to get them, but like, do I bother waiting? I don't necessarily think I do. So, right, do we have... I think we have like the big ticket item kind of close, or big ticket items. Let me just place that there. We'll start with, oh, right, what I was supposed to do, just a quick detour in what we're doing. We're gonna go to the expeditions, because I have one, a botanical, sadly. But I have one. A nightingale behind bars. We could poison the guards, eh? That's interesting. And no, let's do more diplomacy. I'm after all still good at diplomacy. Epic trial and everything. Didn't even lose any morale. That's amazing. Because what I kind of want to do is... I say that we have 0 archaeological expeditions. That's wild. We do not need the rescue ones. I kind of do want to have the other ones, but yeah, that is wild. So, treasure of Zilamidas, what we can do, I suppose, hold on, Embasa, do I currently have a ship sitting here? I think I do, yes.
However we may.
You're sitting at a floodgate, I don't know why you have a floodgate, but the point is, we can actually now get back into the whole re-rolling of things, because you do occasionally, as a captain's map, I don't care about that. More captain's maps, and there are legendaries. Oh, they are legendary. You know what, I'm just gonna sell that, I don't think I need that. These are legendary, remember that. They are legendary, we can get legendary stuff. I thought I bought 2. Apparently I did not buy 2. Okay, well, let's keep clicking. Now these are for Embasa, right? Yes. I'm gonna assume we can only have... Can I can't do... Oh, they stack.
It's
oh,
working.
Okay.
I think we have it.
Oh crap, we are also doing items, and I had no idea what items we are doing. Well, this is gonna suck. Also, why the hell am I doing it with this boat? I can just send the... Yeah, see? Look at this. Oh. Oh, no, okay, so it looks like it's stacking, but it's actually not. Okay, interesting. I mean, I literally have space. Hold on, where is it? Wait.
Welcome, Keftania Steward.
Cliffside map. Oh, okay, hold on. We should be able to get both of those, right? Get that one. Okay, never mind. Right, but here's
Stations.
the point. If you go to here and deal with that, I have a lot of ships in here for really no reason. If we go to Caprolani and bring... I know that this is not doing what I'm supposed to do, but whatever. You have some stuff on you, which is good. So if you would just like to travel to Tabarim, that would be great. Right. Back to this. I'm not super psyched about the position of that. I do... Oh, should we do that? If I drag like 3 of these down here, I can have you sit like that. But the entrance isn't like that, so that's stupid. Let's remove that. Let's remove 1.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
See, now it doesn't work as well. Because it's 4 by 5, is it? I think so. Yes, that's a bit annoying, but it's fine. fine, but it also isn't, because like that's... Okay, we need basically 2. Okay, get rid of that. Hold on. I would like you to be here. Okay, fair enough. We just need to do this. 2, right? And then you come in here. Good. So then we basically take this and do sort of a similar thing, which is to say we sort of put that in. We build another one here. We add another big ticket item, so to speak. You are... Okay, so you're different. If we grab you... Ooh, okay, that's a kind of cool one. But also, it's not... I almost want a similar one to this one. Ooh, okay, that's a cool one. Oh, I like that one. I don't want that to be... Don't be. The fossil. Ooh, okay, hold on. You want to be here, right? Yes. You want to be here. Maybe not there, necessarily. Maybe here. This is what we can do, is something like this. We can have stuff here. And in fact... Ooh, do we wanna... We actually want to do this, I'm wondering. I can't do that, because you do need to have something connected to you, which is fine, because you want that. That's okay. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. Something like that. Yep, I'm okay with that. So that's that one. You sort of come in here, you get this thing. Now, from here, we do triple thing into double, new pavilion. That one is that how I want that to be? I do believe so, yes. And I'm gonna do basically the same thing here, which is
People
here,
celebrate your leadership.
here, buckaramangos. And we're gonna do... Potentially, you might even look the same. And then, what
Ship
we do...
under attack.
Yeah, let's just trade stuff from here. And also drag out a path. I'm gonna remove that one for now. And also have a path coming over here. So here. And then we can have some low quality things here.
Go to press.
We'll see exactly how I do that. Do we have good stuff? Riot down by 100 and then riot up by 50, which is a negative minus 15, which is good. Over here, we can have, let's say, do we have anything that's... yeah, we have these two, for example. 2 gods of the delta things over here. Do I have more of those? Lost cities, bronze. Ooh, I have more of these, actually. This is this also Lost Cities? I'm gonna assume so. Yes, Lost Cities. That's Lost Cities. That's Lost. Okay, so we kind of do want you to connect a little bit, don't we? Origin of Mankind. We have the Gold Ram, the heirlooms of the gold. And that's also Lost. Oh, we have a bunch of Lost Cities ones. Hold on. Were you Lost Cities? No, you were Gods of the Delta. You were... Oh, right, you were Lost Cities. You are Jurassic, obviously. Okay, so we have another... Okay, you know what? I don't want to have the same thing over and over again, so we are going to break off a little bit. We're going to have the other Lost Cities here. We shall do... We will do this then. So we have this thing, but then we want this one to come out here. Do we want you to be here immediately? Because I can't, yeah, because then I can do this. See you there. We'll have another one of you here. Both of you will be Lost Cities, which is one of those. Won't have that one too close to the Lost Cities here as well, because this one obviously will be 20% bonus. Lovely. Because that one is obviously similar to that one. Let's go. So there we go. We can then add... On this occasion, we can have this coming up like this, but we won't have anything here.
You
This,
gained an influence bonus.
nice. I'm gonna try to have it not be as... what am I saying? As... if we look at the botanical garden, is what I'm saying, you can see that we did something where everything looked very similar. Didn't do it with the zoo, obviously. But I want to try to do something a little bit different here. You have to sort of walk about, etc, etc. Right, what were you, by the way? You are just nothing, which means that if I do that one, we can have something else that isn't anything. This could be whatever. So we have, for example, the Holy Book. Just sit over here. Don't want that. I would like to find one that looks like that one, though. That's the point. These are all specific Chronicles of Evasa considered. Okay. So now, okay, we can do that, I suppose. Okay. So now, I mean, I don't have to have, I can actually do, like, what is it that we have here? We have a urn. Do we have anything urn-like? I can have a mother and child thing. Yeah, see, there we go. So you can just be there. That's nice. Now, what is it else that we have that's, like, bigger? We have Gods of the Delta, which was... Gods of the Delta, those two. Right, so I don't want that here. I want that to come over here. You know what? I'm just gonna actually... Okay, you know what? First and foremost, you know what? No, can't do that. Don't want you to be like that. I want you to be like that. I know it's a little bit... okay, you know what? We don't have to have it not line up. We can have it like that. That's absolutely fine. Then this one can come a little bit to the side. That'll be the Gods of the Delta over here. Now, there we go. Ooh, new palace level. Lovely. Cool. Ooh, I like that one too. Look at this. This is awesome. I like this. I mean, these are boring. They're similar looking, but these are unique, which I like very much. I do wonder, by the way... Oh, there's 6 of each. That's a bit... for several of them. Ah, see? I do have Gods of the Delta. I have the set, which is kind of cool. I am not... I don't have any of the others, though. How am I looking on that, by the way, in terms of... Because I've gotten more botanical stuff. Do I have anything? No, I desperately do not. But I have some new... That is actually true. I do have some new legendaries. I have the Banyan Tree, which I haven't placed yet. And the Jujube Lotus. We should actually get those in, because don't I have a few... Ooh, can I have... Oh, that's... I do have some... yeah, the Brazil Nut Tree, for example. I have double of those. Then I have some of those. Yeah, so we can, for example, replace you with the Banyan Tree, which is, yes, a different kind of tree, which is lovely. Elusive Fern, Hades, Tower Yules, Titan Aron, Yellow Lotus, and then I have some purple ones. We can get a Jujube Lotus in here. Game. Do you not want to load in? Oh, there we go. It arrived. Do we have any... What do we have? Power Reviews we already have. Lucifer we already have. Aaron we have. Yeah, we have all of the other ones. There we go. That can be there. But then, okay, you know what? No. If that's the case, let's go back to... So we'll do Lily. And instead, we'll do... this guy can be the Jujube thing. And then over here, These are all the purple ones. You, the Lucifern was, no, not the Lucifern. Which one was it now that I took away? Hades of Asphodel, I believe. Okay, so that was, yes, it was the correct one because it's literally the same building. There we go. I kind of like the look of these, though. Yes, yes I do. Right, there we go. Back to the museum. And right, we'll wait for the salvager, yes, not the scavenger, the salvager to get to the base up. Now, I wouldn't mind having one of you guys sitting here. So we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll do that and that. You come in the corner. No. Move up a bit. There we go. You can also be one of these like random stuff that doesn't have anything. You're an heirloom of the Golden Age, which is a bit annoying. We have some of these, the origin of mankind. Oh, I think I only had one of those, right? If I am not incorrect. Now I can't even see it. Because it's not actually here. The origins... Okay, so that's actually not present here. We also have the Battle of Trelawney, obviously, that we can get our hands on at some point, but not right now. And this is nice. Now we can connect these up, and we can have something in the middle here. I know that that doesn't line up. Doesn't line up, but I hate it. Hey, you know what? This place doesn't get to be anything, if you know what I mean. So we can do instead is one of these. Yes, and one of these. Yep, that's fine. Let's do some of the green ones. We can have polished silver coins over here. We can have a silver ring over here. See, these are boring. These guys sit here and be boring right in the back here. Lovely. I can fill this out, by the way. Don't worry. But I think that this is a good... Well, actually, what do we have in terms of... We have the Spear of Salamawi. That's true. We have the Spear of Salamawi. This is a legendary one. Should I have that here instead? Does that look like? See, you kind of want this to be sort of central, don't you? Like, having it here doesn't work, I think. Having it to the side here doesn't work. So that kind of wants to be here, I think. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna have you here. So, you can come back in. That one we already had. Lost Tribes. We don't have any Northern Sagas right now, but you're of course one of those. Damn it. Okay, fine. Party silver coins it is. There we go. Lovely. Right, with that said, I'm going to do some basic beautification stuff here to sort of decide where we're going with this. So I'm thinking a few trees. I'm thinking green trees here. So let's go over to... Yeah, it's going to be the trees in the pots. So what I'm thinking is we have trees sitting right in front of these. To begin with, we can have trees sitting here. Yeah, trees sitting here. We're gonna have to change the base, I know. Trees here. We can also, yeah, you know what? We're gonna make it look similar. I know. It's fine though. Tree, you know what? Bunch of trees. Lovely. We can also have tree. No, that's not gonna work with that tree. And we have trees here, and then we're gonna have some flowers, etc. But we're also gonna have the banners. I said the banners, some banner. Not 100% sure which banner. We have some bonus. No anarchists, sunken treasure. Would it be nice if we had like more than just What is the billboard? But I suppose, I mean, you would come down here, right? So you know what? How about we just add 3 of those? As a sort of... Come and look at this. Which probably means we should remove the trees. You can actually see them. So there we go. Yeah, you come here, you see those. That's kind of nifty. Botanicus, Wrong Passage, Cedar Power, Land of Lions. That feels more zoo. Forest could work. High Life, Cedar Change, New Rising. Yeah, you know what? Forest season, that's fine. So we're gonna have like the big banners. Well, we want those here, I think. Get rid of those. Have banner. Angle the right way, please. You are gonna have to be. You're gonna be. No, actually. That one turned the right way. This didn't. There we go. So there's that banner. I do want. I think. Yeah, you know what? Get the banners here too. Oh, bam. But then we have the tourist season lamp post, which could be useful here. But I'm thinking,
A competitor's island is under siege.
Right, musicians stage, photography. We can think about a few of these. Iron Tower kiosk. Coast Guard. Yeah, you know what? How about we have... you know what? You can sit over here, sort of.
Yes, I think you've made
Do I want that there? No. You know what? You could be here. Postcards. Souvenir shop. Obviously, we need a souvenir shop. Haven't really planned on that, but you know what? That is a good place to have over here, I suppose. Yeah. Like that. Yes, the expedition. Let's get this thing done. Yeah, look at this. Sure himself, he has sighted a mermaid in the hot noon sun. Sailors suspend their duties and rush to inspect the mirrory waters for a sign of the creature. Lo, there is something, a glimmer of silver tail and a sweet yet melancholy melody that follows behind it. Surely it's a mermaid's song. With a bit of faith, we can say that we answer it with a sailor's chant. Doesn't sound faithful necessarily, but it's. Ooh, no. Let's do that because that might be fun. 50% chance is actually quite good, so let's just toss the coin. Not one, but a dozen strange sea creatures answer the spirited chanting, ringing and leaping joyfully alongside your vessel. So since they seem like no creature you've ever seen, it might be an opportunity to catch a specimen. Ooh, try to catch one. Only 50% though. The men aren't used to catching fish alive. The trap all the creatures are right, but poisonous and roughly provokes the creature to struggle, sadly. Okay, so we didn't get anything there. Just keep on going. And with that, back to, so to speak, a base for a short while. I probably... No, I did move it. Okay, where the hell did I move you? Are you here? You are here with stuff. Just dump. I don't know what I was planning to do with those. You're here, right? There we go. Right. Salvager. We like to. Man, it's a bit of a tight port. This. I don't know why I've made it so tight.
Genius device.
We're making items, and I am gonna have to like take the next episode to actually realize what the hell I've done. But we are doing stuff, so that's fine. I don't think we are at the people with the ship plans just yet. We might be getting into the animal things, which is absolutely fine. Right. Dump these with you, and then you can just sit and do chill. Right, let's see about this.
See these shores again.
If the game would like to load it. The game is struggling a little bit as of late with all the stuff that I have going on, I think. Right, we have that island, which I don't think is that fun. Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Haven't had that happen before. Okay. About 10 minutes later, and I think I have it. Okay, that's boring. Yeah, I had to restart a few times to actually get it to work. It was being really weird. Right, let's get back to it. Which island is this? I do believe... I don't think it's that one. I think it is... Which one did I say it was? Did I say this one? No, it's not that one. That's just a tiny bit that hasn't been built on. Oh, is this like a tiny island? This could be a tiny island. So we are basically looking for this little thing with a... Well, actually, I'm stupid. Literally have a thing to know where it is. Oh, is it actually this island? Hold on. Oh, it actually... Wait, no, it's not this island, is it? It is this island. Okay, never mind. It was 100% this island.
Room to maneuver.
I just felt that the shape wasn't entirely correct. Odd. Basically, the point here is that I do want some more museum items, obviously. I don't know... what did I have? I had... this... Right, the stuff that I have doesn't say anything about the type of thing. Higher chance of legendary, which is nice. This is just for basically longer echolocations, so also nice. But yes, I don't have anything that says anything about exactly what kinds of things I may find. So I'm hoping for actually a little bit of scrap as well, because I would like to get like the third item and potentially even more items down there. I'm not sure if having items here for salvagers actually do anything. I don't know. But on this occasion, completely boring. So since I now have good stuff, if I do that, or is it only when you are close, maybe? Again, we slightly round the river and the big island. Could it be... no. It's not here, is it? No, I don't think it's this island. Could be this island, maybe? Does this island have a big island next to it? No, it does not. This
a competitor's island withstood an attack.
One. There's an island there. No, it's not this one. Which one is it? Well, it shouldn't be that difficult, should it? I'm thinking. Is it this one, though? Yes, it's this one. So it's gonna be about there-ish.
Ship under attack.
There we go. Is this back in Cape Ronnie? Yes, it is. Oh, bloody hell, we were close there. Right, while he goes over there, we can get back to this, because we have beautification stuff to do. So I placed a souvenir here, which is nice. Where was I? I was in tourist season. We also have, yeah, the parasol and stuff like that. We can absolutely have a few of those sitting here somewhere. What else did we have? Map with awning. You know what? Having a map sitting here seems nice. Street map doesn't feel necessary. But also a kiosk here. I think that that is reasonable, yes. They can see sort of where they need to be or go. But in the corners here... signpost, parasol stuff, no. In the corners... we can have some of these wooden pavilions. Like, why not? Yeah, you know what? Wooden pavilion. That's kind of lovely. They can sit there and chill. But, which color am I looking for? I think I'm looking for the red one. So we're basically gonna have a few of those. You know what? We can have different kinds. We can have... I don't think I want anything here apart from just greenery. So how about we just have some of these purple ones here. And yeah, we do want to... wait, did I place a tree there? I don't know. Let's start with that. Let's also make sure that we have the correct one here. So we have the pavement under, because otherwise it's gonna look weird. We do like the pavement in this family, I was about to say, but you know what I mean. There we go. There we go. There we go. I wish it actually didn't. I mean, sometimes it's nice that the game cycles items, because otherwise you would have the exact same item all the time, and sometimes you don't want that. Sometimes I kind of wish they didn't do that. Not gonna lie. There we go, some red over there. And what do I want here? Oh, you know what? Pavilions, actually. Like so. And then here... You know what, here I might just have a hedge going all the way over here, but in this occasion we could have... no, not that. The classic, the archway. We'd have, yeah, one here, one here. I don't know if people actually use those. Not entirely sure, but maybe they will. We shall have a tree here. We shall have a tree here. And then we'll see about just regular trees. I might actually just do the regular trees around the back. That'll be okay, I think. Come back to tourist season. I might now want... Not really psyched about adding lights necessarily. You know what? A signpost. There we go. Have a signpost, but it actually is going to be the other way around. There we go. So now you can see where you're going. Right. Quickly nip back to Embasa. You found the location. I really wish I get something else but a rare. Like, please give me a legendary. Legendary is what I'm after all.
No
Okay.
captain could ask for
Fine.
more.
Epic at least. And then it's actually okay.
I'll never get seasick.
Then it's back to this island, apparently. Because apparently we don't have that many. Can I just chill out around this island then? Where was it? Over there. Cool. And then we're gonna basically buy more maps. Unless I get actual legendary items right there in the shop. Right, yeah, you know what? Well, we could add hedges and stuff like that. I mean, I would like to have something a little bit more fancy here, maybe. So if I know that people can sort of walk in here. What if I add something like that? Maybe. There are... Hold on, that's... Aren't there 1x2s somewhere? Oh, we could do the shadow fountain here. But no. Just statues. Royal statues here. You know what? Just benches. Yeah, we can have some benches here. And then we can have this one.
We careen
Sitting
into
like
the
that.
unknown.
Okay. More expedition stuff. The volcano, tremor sash and stuff. I have 125% chance of navigation. I think I need to cut back a little bit on navigation because that's a bit overly too much. A ship has been found apparently. Cool. You get on with it. I am gonna add one there because it looks better if I do. Like so. I am actually gonna do the same thing here. We can have a black one here. But I think I am just gonna add...
This is nothing short of a major discovery.
Where are we? Where are we on everything? What are we currently doing? We are currently doing the animal stuff, and then we're getting into a lot of people that can do new ships, which I am kind of interested in, and just getting at least 1 or 2 of them because it would be fun. Right. I think I'm just gonna add my favorite brush of the game. I think it's called Tempered Gold. I don't know if it's a brush, but you know what I mean. I'm actually just gonna do this. I know it's a bit boring potentially. I won't add it right here, but I will add it here. And I will add it here to begin with. Because, I mean, trees are always nice. Yeah, see, I think that's looking okay. Isn't it? I was supposed to see what the hell is that, but it's probably the radio tower. Right. Cool, yeah, I'm okay with that. Well, I'm not 100% sure about what to do right over here just yet. Okay. What do I do here? You know, okay, we have the souvenir one. Why don't we look into the... Well, what do we have in high life? Hot air balloon, maybe not necessary here. Tower build, well, no, we don't need those things. But... what I was thinking is, where the hell is that one? No, it's in here. It's the pedestrian. No, it's the amusement park, actually. No, it's not. Again, city lights. There we go. Okay. Get in there eventually, don't worry. Not bakery, a drinks shack or whatever. And grocer, not the grocer stuff. Bakery, no. Tables, family tables. That one. Where am I? No, it was here. Okay, never mind. Go away. Food stand, that's what I want. And a beverages stand. There we go. And maybe some ice cream. Wouldn't be the worst in the world. We also have a ticket booth. We don't need that. And then it's a bunch of games. But, hello. Balloon seller at the museum? Maybe not. Maybe not. But there we go. Some of those. That's nice. Now we are going to add a whole bunch of the tables. So like a family table,
Ship
family
under
table,
attack.
family table, solitary table, couples table, which is almost looking a little bit too fancy for this place. A sandwich shack, obviously. There we go. And then basically... tree, I want to say, but not that tree on this occasion. Actually, the colored ones. Those are not in there. Those are somewhere else. I'm gonna find them without clicking. So a few of these trees here. Right, and then I am gonna add just the regular paving, which I can't because it's actually not the correct paving now. That's fine. We can find it here. It's actually does look exactly the same. But yeah, it's just a little place to just hang around and have a drink, have a snack, etc., etc. I mean, it is the 1800s after all. You don't really have the museums as we do, I think. Back to Mbisa.
New orders.
You have arrived. I think we are actually maybe need to go just back to Cape in offload and maybe, as I said, get another item. I don't know which item is that I want to get, so we're gonna go and check it out.
The Admiral.
Isn't this like the third one I've found like this? That's weird. We are gonna go to Cape No, we're not gonna go to Cape We're gonna send you to Cape but you're gonna go immediately to Salmagundi, because we're gonna check which item it is that I want and what I need to get it, and we'll see if I can get it or if I have to go and do more salvaging. Right, we can keep on going. I need to check the time now that I have spent some time with a crashing game. But alright, tree and tree. Tree. Tree and tree. Tree.
People celebrate your leadership.
That's where I want some trees. No, this is okay. So we have a slightly odd thing here, but that's fine. We can do something like this, which is give me the purple thing. We'll do something like that there. Oh, we can do something the same on the other side. That is to prepare, and then you can have one here and one here. Grab this. This keeps going. I'm just gonna cut that out. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that. Let's see. That's just a bit of color. Since I don't have the flower beds, we'll have to do it that way. Do I actually have in the old world? Come to think of it, I have a ship.
Very well.
By the way, is sitting here. Should I just kit you out? I should just kit you out. Not like we actually need it, but I will anyway. Not that we necessarily do, but again, now I have the cash. I can just sit and do this. You are actually selling some of these stuff that I've been almost now stupidly been Been using my set. Did I not trade it? I didn't trade it. For the love of God, click the button, you idiot. Okay. Let's be on the lookout for the stuff that I need. I want purples at least. So of course now I'm not getting any. That's a good one. Let's grab that. No, that's activation. Don't care about the activation. We do want the, if we can get it, the thingamajig. You know what? I do like a bit of extra hit points. That's nice. But yeah, the telescope is nice because of the extra range. Extra range is obviously always good. What the hell is that? That's very pink. Love it. Let's see what else we can get. I already have the engine, so that's fine. Bloody hell. Itchiness. All of these are not for ships. And that's obviously just airships, because of course it is. Can I get something? Can a man get what he wants once in a while? I'm spending a lot of money on this, but I have so much money, so it's actually terribly, terribly fine. What other items apart from there we go? Thank you. The telemobiloscope, love the name. I don't want the fore and after sails, that doesn't work here. Is there anything else that I can get from you? Well, it would be the propeller, I suppose. Yeah, if we can get a purple propeller. I am gonna get it. I'm gonna maybe get a blue propeller soon, if we don't see a purple propeller in a few more clicks. I'm just gonna get one. I'm gonna click 1 or 2 more times. Let's see if we can get a, if we want to do, don't even know actually now that I think about it. Does the purple one, yes. I was about to say, does the purple one actually look purple? There we go. So now you get it out. So what you can do now is you can go up here and check out what you have, because you sell some of those things, Lily Garden, etc. You have even a lot of it. So
you're ready.
yes. Nope. 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 We're not doing that.
All hands at the ready.
Right. Could this be the final leg of the expedition? I hope so. Through whom the bell at holes. We've done this before. Force it. Send divers down to remove the coral. Swish it away. There we go. Lovely. That worked all right. Right. We are gonna, by the way, remove that. On there. It's a bit out of sync, so to speak, but I'm actually okay with that. Right. You know what? As a initial bit, we're gonna finalize the museum in the next episode. But as a starting point, you know what? Kinda happy with this. I am kinda happy with this. I'm gonna end by actually complaining a bit about the museum, because I think that the museum is where they fail a little bit when it comes to these exhibition things. Because you see, the zoo is absolutely fine. I mean, if you think of a zoo, you normally think of a pretty large place, right? You usually walk outside, you have different enclosures, etc., etc. That's all very reasonable. Same thing for the botanical garden. You go around, you watch flower arrangements, and probably a lot of pathways. Maybe not as pavementy as this is, but I think you get the point. A museum, you don't go outside and visit one building that contains one bloody mother and child figure for the entire structure. That's not how a museum works. I think that what they should have done is basically this. That you have a central building, you can have maybe, like, I don't know, a few artifacts even in the main building, but then you have these little wing buildings, and in those you place items, and those places have the ability to have these sets in the same wing. So one wing can have either 3 or 6. That might be a thing. You can have 2 different kinds of wings. One wing would be for 3, one wing would be for 6. And then you sort of connect it to the main building. So you would have a slightly smaller structure, but it would look a lot more reasonable for a museum. So I'm going to complain about that. That is one of the very few complaints I have about this game, but it's been bugging me ever since I started playing this game. That why the hell is the museum exhibits in a singular location that you have to go outside to get to? It's just very, very odd. But there you go.
Another player has had their island seized.
You're having so bloody hell. Ooh.
Seductive charts bury my desk.
Ooh, okay. You know what?
Another player has had their island seized.
Thank you, Bishop. You removed one of his islands. I don't have to. Lovely, good job. He basically bombed the crap out of that, I think. Maybe. I don't know. He likes to bomb things, doesn't he? But there we go. Right. So, indeed, we have our start. I'm gonna try to finalize this in the next episode. I am feeling that I do lack a few bits and pieces, but on the other hand, if we look at what I do have, I mean, I still have a bunch of stuff that I can add. We'll see exactly how much I try to connect them up, if you know what I mean. We'll see about that. But if I can get a few more of those, eventually, I'll be very happy about that. You know what? Are you? Yes, you are actually quite close. You're gonna... Oh, that's available quest, that's fine then. You are also selling things. See, here's the thing. Finding machines, I don't care about that. So I could literally just... treasure type artifacts. See? That's immediately interesting.
New orders.
I can't sell... Here we go. Yes, I can sell stuff. So I'm just gonna actually... I don't need to sell that. No, that's stupid. That's a Gods of the Delta Lost. Yeah, see, that's actually...
Your ship has returned.
But that's
from
one
its
that I
voyage.
already have. You know what? I'm gonna sell that. I am gonna buy that journal.
A competitor's
yes,
island is under siege.
and we're gonna go to transmutation because what I think I want... Hold on. Scrap amount is not bad. Is that the only thing that I'm interested in? Scrap... That's a... activation. That's not activated. So I suppose that is what you want if you don't get an item such as these. Increase chance of finding artifacts. Well, bam. That's just the guy that I want. Lovely. So I don't need to do anything else. Which means that what we're gonna do now is we're gonna roll the dice. And we're looking now for another map. Thank you. Animals, machines, neither interesting. We want artifacts. Thank you. Whabam. And we're gonna load this up and hopefully, can I get a... Oh, was that even in here? If I buy these, are these... Keflani, yes. So you would be... Don't look at that one, by the way. Those are just sort of regular ones. I mean, this is a tiny, tiny island, so it can be... It could be literally any of these smaller islands. Oh, I really hope it's not this island. Doesn't look like it, though. Because, yeah, you have all of these tiny... And it doesn't even stick out. Doesn't... Well, okay, it has a... bit of an indenture, bit of a sticky out, bit of a island maybe even? Or like a side bit? Not that one. I mean, it could also be like a big one, I realize now. It doesn't have to be a small one. Maybe... Oh. No, it's not going to be this one. The newly conquered one. I mean... Is that a thing? No, that's nothing. So what I suppose we can do, if I just sort of drive out here, we'll try to remember that we're doing this, by the way. I'm not going to remember, but we'll see. We'll see if I remember. Right, so next episode, try to get a few more artifacts, potentially. And if nothing else, keep going with the museum. We can do the same thing as I did with the botanical garden, which is that I'll place lower value ones, and then I'll replace them later if I do get something better. That's a thing that we can do. So, hopefully you join me for that. For now though, this has been Ghostmutgaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.